and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. It is Saturday the 25th and I have my book club meeting this evening. We are reading The Ministry in Time by Kellyanne Bradley, but I have not finished it, so I need to read the bulk of this book today. First thing that we're gonna do is go to a coffee shop and read, and then I have to do some prep after, so I'm probably gonna go home for a bit, get ready, and then go to where our book club meetings are held. A little reading vlog in the beginning, and then setting up for book club and my little book club meeting. But I am so excited. I have a lot to do today. So yeah, let's spend the day together. Okay, we just got done at the bookstore. I ended up not grabbing anything. I just grabbed one little sticker so I could put it on my book journal, but now we're headed to the coffee shop. Twinning, navy, and same bags. Unplanned. But yay! Fully stuffed. Should we go through our book sleeves? My book sleeve, I only have two things. I have my reading journal, which I don't know why I carry this around, but I do. I actually have three things. I have the Ministry of Time, which is what I'm trying to finish today. And then I also have my Kindle because it's an emotional support Kindle and I always have to carry it even if I won't read anything on it.
I brought my Kindle because I'm reading Two Twisted Crowns. And then in this this actually doesn't have a lot of books, it just has a lot of journals. I have my normal journal, I have my church journal, and then I'm gonna start doing like journaling prompts in this one. And then I do have a book, because I might start it if
I convinced her to read that, and I'm so excited for her.
I'm eating it up.
So we finally got to a cafe. It actually took us a while because the original coffee shop that we were going to go to was so busy. They had no tables available. So we ended up coming to a different one in McKinney, but I really like this coffee shop, so I'm completely okay with coming here. The goal today is to finish the Ministry of Time. Our book club meeting is at 6 p.m. today. It is 12:03. I'm not sure how far I am into this book. I stopped physically reading it at page 83, but I listened to the audiobook while I was driving, so I need to see where I'm actually at in the physical book. But hopefully I'm at least 100 pages in because I am fully confident that I can read the last 200 pages in the next 6 hours. But yeah, I'm waiting on my drink to come out. I got an iced Earl Grey, which I'm so excited for. They called me, yeah. What? Guys, they put my name as Vintria.
Oh, look at mine.
So we are Vintria and
Yeah.
and Alexix. So one thing that I do with my book journal is I got this big sticker that says support your local bookstore. So every time I go to an independent bookstore, I try to get a sticker from them so I can put it on there. I just got this one from the bookstore that we went to today, but at the end of the year, I'm hoping that I just go to a bunch of like independent bookstores and that I can just fill this page with a bunch of different stickers from different bookstores. Right now, I have this one from Larkinell Booksellers in Georgetown, and then this one is from Book People in Austin. And I love it. So now I'm going to put on this one, and then I'm going to start reading.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Okay, found my spot that I was in the audiobook. I am 90 pages in. So that means that I have 240 pages left of this book that I need to get done by 6 p.m. So let's do it. Okay, I just put my thoughts about this in the Fable Book Club, but I think that Captain Gore or Grim Gore is so hilarious. He is a person from the past who they brought into the future, so he just has no idea about anything really, and the way that he words things and the way that he speaks about things is just so funny to me. I have a specific tab color for funny quotes, and I feel like I'm always using it because he just makes me giggle. It's officially 1 o'clock, so we've been reading for almost an hour. Not quite, it's a little bit under an hour, but I'm on page 110. I didn't make that much progress. We were like reading and yapping, so you know. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this book. It's really different than anything else I've read, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not, but I am really enjoying it, so I'm excited to see what I think at the end. Probably gonna be here for like another hour, and I'm just gonna keep reading. After a long trek back to my car, I got my headphones so I can listen to the audiobook and work on some stuff for a book club. I need to make some signs, so I'm gonna do that, switch to the audiobook, and I'm really excited because I was listening to the audiobook in the car and I actually really enjoyed the narration.
When I first started reading this book, I was really upset. The narrator was different than what it was in the last book, but I fear I am eating this man up. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself right now.
Officially 2 o'clock. I have made it to chapter 5, which is page 137. I also finished my little cards for book club. I make little description cards for the books that we're going to be picking between. That way people know what they're voting for. But the 3 books that we're choosing between for our February meeting are Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. It's a cowboy romance. Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. And then Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. Those 2 are new releases, so I'm excited to see which one wins. We've been here for about 2 hours, but I think we're gonna head home now. I'm going to prep some stuff for book club, and then I have to put together a little charcuterie board for this meeting, so I'm gonna do that at Alexis's apartment. Yeah, I think we are officially done with the cafe. According to my Spotify, I'm 41% through the book, so that's some pretty good progress. 2 hours later, I'm officially 60% through the Ministry of Time. I think I'm in like the middle of chapter 6. I've been listening to the audiobook, but I had to run to the store. I grabbed lunch really quick, and now I'm at Alexis's apartment. I'm gonna put together the charcuterie board that we're gonna eat tonight. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook while I'm doing it. I'm really cutting it close on if I'm gonna finish this in time, so we shall see. Let's get into it. Making the charcuterie board. We packed up our bags. I am officially 73% through the book. So once again, made some good progress. I found my spot in the physical book, and I literally have this eensy beansy amount left. So I feel like I can finish it, but now we're gonna drive to the coffee shop. We're gonna get there a little bit early, about like 30 minutes early, so I can actually read the physical copy at the very end, which is good because everybody has let me know that there is a plot twist at the end. So I really want to read that on the physical book. So this book has a lot of different genres, and I was not expecting it to really have a romance plot, but it kind of like sort of does, but I was not expecting there to be spice. So I had to listen to that. I didn't find it overwhelming. I honestly feel like it really made sense, but I just laugh when I listen to that sometimes. Now we're gonna head out to the coffee shop and set up for book club, but I'm hoping I can get this finished, so let's cross our fingers. Our book club meeting starts in like 10 minutes. I still have 30 pages left, so here we go. America. It looks so cute.
Oh wait, that's adorable. This is the only thing I can do.
It's now a few days later. I forgot to film an outro, but this is actually perfect because I kind of wanted to sit on the book after I finished it and think about what I thought about this book because I just don't even know, honestly. I ended up not finishing this in time for the meeting. I had 35 pages left, but I did end up finishing the book in general. So let's talk about what I thought. This book has left me so puzzled. I'm really trying to decide if my brain was just not big enough to comprehend what was happening or if this just did not hit for me. I really don't know what it was, but I ended up giving the book 3 stars. It's actually so interesting that I ended up feeling this way because when I first started it, I was so intrigued by the plot of it. There's a lot of different genres in this book. I didn't really know what I was getting into. The concept of this book is that the British government discovers time travel and they end up going into the past and extracting people from the past that were going to die and then bringing them into the future and acclimating them into our present day life. This book was written from the perspective of our main character, whose name we actually never get, so I can't even tell you that. But she basically works for the British government and she ends up getting assigned one of the people they bring back from the past. They call them expats. He ends up being like a captain explorer from a ship back in the 1600s. And so she has to now adjust him to our modern day life, even though he is from the 1600s and has no idea what the heck is going on. So the very beginning, I was honestly really intrigued. I liked it. I liked the relationship between them. You're also kind of learning more and more about the main character. I know that she's Cambodian. I think maybe biracial because they kind of talked about how she's racially ambiguous, and so I felt like it could kind of resonate with some of the things when she was talking about her race and just trying to figure out her own identity. The expat she ends up getting assigned, his name was Graham Gore. I thought that he was very funny because he just doesn't really know what's going on, so he had a bunch of one-liners that I kind of just would like giggle at. I was just like, he's so silly. He has no idea like what's going on in our modern world, because I mean, if you think about that, that's such a perplexing concept, like getting pulled from the 1600s and now being put in like 2024 and being like, what the heck is going on? I don't even know. So when I started it and I was reading it, I was so interested and intrigued by what was going on. But then as I continued reading it, and I think that this could partially be because I was having to consume it so quickly since I decided to procrastinate reading it, I found the middle just kind of not as interesting. I think that it was necessary to get from point A to point B, but it just felt so much more slow paced. The middle really fell super flat for me. You're getting information, but just in bits. And the writing style that Kellyanne Bradley has is so unique. Just the way that she phrases things, her sentence structure, the verbiage she uses. She has a very large vocabulary. And I feel like it kind of took me out of the book a little bit, which I did appreciate because obviously you're expanding your vocabulary, which is great. But I also felt like I was losing connection because of it. I think there was a lot. I think that this is such a complex book and there was so many elements that went into it. I believe this is also her first book, which is kind of insane. Like, this is such an obscure concept. There's so many intricate details and just different things going on that I feel like it's honestly impressive that she was able to put this together. However, at the end, I really just didn't know what I was reading. Like, there would literally be times when I would be reading this, there were just chunks of words, like sentences that I would read and I'd be like, I don't really know what I just read, but we're just gonna keep reading. And I feel like it was in those moments that I was kind of losing my connection to the book and the characters. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel. The ending also like went 0 to 100. You get to a certain point and you're just like, what is going on? Everything starts unraveling, literally just a massive snowball. I just was lost. I was truly lost on what was happening, where we were going. I'm trying my best to kind of explain the reading experience and what went on here, but I can't even explain it. This was obviously our book club book, and even our discussion, it was like a universal experience of confusion. Our discussion, we were just like, okay guys, like what do we think? Like what did we just read? I don't even know. I don't know who this book is written for, who it's made for. I think there's definitely a lot of really interesting takeaways about life and just how innovation has happened and just reflecting on like our place in the world. But I think there was a lot of areas where it became very like gray and just confusing. I don't want to say I don't recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But also like there's a part of me that thinks it's kind of good. So it's like, it's weird. I really just don't even know how to explain this book. It's just a really unique read and I feel like there's no other way for me to explain that. Like that's truly just what it is. It's kind of, if this intrigues you, pick it up. You might love it, you might hate it, but there definitely was some good takeaways and things that I did appreciate about it. So yeah, well, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you for spending a Saturday with me. That was so much fun. I really like doing these more like daily vlog style content. So let me know if I should do more of those because I had so much fun. Even though this wasn't like a 5-star read for me, I am so glad that my book club picked it because I don't think I would have read it otherwise, but it was such an interesting book to have read. I hope you are having a fantastic day and happy reading, and see you next time. Bye!